What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Super Beamer Brothers. I am here with my brother Diego, and we are back at it with part 2 of the M50 build. And we've had quite the adventure so far already. We've done powder coating. That was in the first episode, so go back and watch it. We've done a lot of head work. One thing that we wanted to point out about the pistons between these two M50 platforms is that the M50 and the M50 TU use different pistons and different rings. So that's a huge thing because we wasted a couple days trying to get new rings, and that's a problem when you're trying to get things done in a timely manner. Let's show you what we're running into.
Yeah.
We're gonna cut to that right now. All right, so these rings don't fit.
These rings do not fit. So make note, here's the part number, okay?
If you ordered this part number,
it may not fit.
They don't fit.
Yeah, they will probably not fit. So here's the irrigator of the oil ring, okay? Take a look how beefy this ring is, okay? And so, man, at one point we were going to force these things into the...
We were so stressed out.
Into the piston. But take a look at this. This definitely will not fit here.
See, yeah, it doesn't even fit in the slot.
And
it doesn't fit at all.
the groove. And so... Once again, these are M50 TU pistons, and you can tell because they're flat, okay, and they're slightly longer than their early M50. This is M50. The main objective is here to show you how you may order the wrong rings if you don't.
You just don't do a little bit more research.
Yeah, do research.
Yeah, because we did. It's just that it was just kind of confusing as I'm gonna turn it around real quick. As we all know, in the BMW world, cross-reference part numbers that go across multiple platforms can be confusing because the M50, right, was used the 525i, and then there was a technical update which made it like the E36 M50, and then pretty soon after that was M52. But a lot of us are confusing it because M52 is basically an M50 TU, right?
All right, guys, so here's the reason. Just 5 minutes ago, we said mock. So here's what we've come to find out about these shells. These shells cross-platform with the M50, but for some reason, these particular shells have a single lobe or a notch that should have fit into this cap. And this is what happens. All right. Now, interestingly enough, the other end of the shells actually do fit in the block, so you guys can see.
So it's very easy to like misconceive, I guess, that they are the right ones because the bottom ones fit, but the top ones on the cap
don't. Now these are the right ones. Now the part number for this M50 TU engine, mind you, M50, not M52, is 87369-600. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take these out. These are still good. They're still good, and we're gonna use this on another project. Make sure you guys mock your install.
Tighten down when you're sure.
I was really tempted to just like.
We were gonna force them in there. And then we were gonna put old bolts. And this pinky finger in there. But I guess if we're gonna do it right.
We're gonna do it right. So when you guys are about to install your gauges in your ears,
if you want to look like me, then you got to use some piston rings.
sick. Put that tijera right there, guys. There you go. So before installing this, we also we always reference our Bentley. Make sure that these gaps don't match on one single side. As you guys can see, the oil ring has a green spot. Otherwise, yeah, you're screwed.
Yeah, don't line up the openings, guys.
You know, like, this is inspirational, like, quote of the day. You just gotta get out there and do it. Just do it. If you f it up, just do it.
Just do it, all right?
All right?
Just do it.
Just do it.
Who left the crank in the trash? out of that hole?
Yeah.
Why is it in there? Man.
You can feel it.
Yeah.
Well, don't put it. So where I'm at right here, guys, I'm mocking my timing components. This is the timing, the main time chain. One thing that we need to make sure, if you guys want to, pan there, is that the openings on these slots match full left onto the thread the actual sprocket.
Well, it goes to the cam.
It goes to the cam, yeah. So the sprocket needs to match with the cam. Now the cam needs to be top dead center so that the timing is true. Okay. Now on the M52 we use a tensioner that goes here, a mechanical tensioner that will help you clock or dial those in. All right. Now it's really important because when you dial the vanos, you'll have to make a full turn on those slots, and that's how it engages the vanos onto its proper location, you know, via this spline. So once again, number one, that's the most important thing, making sure that this sprocket lines up full left on this cam.
Because when you go full right, that's when you're turning it for the vanos to engage.
To engage,
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Push?
Yeah, but slowly. There you go.
It's like on the... There you go.
Someone put too much powder coat on it.
Too much or not enough full? It's like the question.
I'm not going to complain.
All right, guys, there you have it. That's part 2. We have the long block officially together. Head on the block. None of the accessories are really on. We decided to do this after the fact, but I hope you guys really enjoyed watching this because everything that you see here, I mean, we've covered in about 2 weeks, and that's on and off, right? Because we had to powder coat a bunch of these parts.
And just to highlight some of the challenges that we actually encountered while building this engine, this would be my 3rd or 4th build. Technically, I rebuilt one single M52 twice, but the main challenge is getting this timing chain dialed in. Make sure that you guys get the blocks, the timing blocks to hold the cams in place. One of the things that I noticed about this engine versus the M52 is the actual shims. The rings inside for the M52 are, you know, they're both thick. There isn't a spring plate that pushes it out. If you've done this job before, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Otherwise, it's been a fun, rebuild. Yeah, we turned the crank. We turned the crank a couple of times, make sure that the valve's clear, etc. We just dropped in the baffle, and we were ready to put on the valve cover on this bad boy.
I hope you guys are as stoked as we are because this thing is going to be so clean and it's going to run perfectly. I mean, cross our fingers. We've checked everything we could. We dotted all our I's, right, and we checked all the clearances. So this should be on the right track. Honestly, it should be on the perfect track for it to be purring under the hood of that E30 right there. And we got plenty of parts that are still left to go on here, but like I said, we're gonna put them on later.
Well, this is not that fully boosted engine that we all want. It's a perfect M50 that surely will purr, just like my brother's saying. But I'm gonna give you a sneak peek of what we're doing. For those of you that recognize the spline, for those of you that are watching closely, maybe you guys can identify this spline and kind of figure out what our next project will be. There's tons of things that we want to do. We picked this up at the yard just a few days ago, but if you can identify it, guess what that is? And
yeah, leave a comment down below if you know what we're gonna do. A few of you M50 heads out there have already done this, and we're really excited to start modifying either this one or the one that's going in his car, because we're simultaneously building 2. So if you guys didn't know that, leave a comment down below what you think that is, or hell, just leave a comment down below and just say hi. Till next time, guys, thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and see you in the next one. Stay tuned for part 3.